Hi everybody, I'd like to introduce my Kyosho Big Brute. It's a Resto-Mod. I bought this kit brand new in 1989 for about $180 if I'm not mistaken. This was my my second RC build in my youth. So what did I do to it? Well, let's start for how come I had to do a Resto-Mod. First of all, the body on the Big Brute was broken at several places and suffered quite a bit of my young age driving this thing. All the accessories broke off, I think within the first ride. Everything's busted. The body's in bad shape. I even painted it on the exterior to try and make it look nicer at one point. And I cut off the edges because they were all cracked. So it gave it a nice nice stance at one point, but it's pretty damaged. So the bumper itself, I think, broke off after a couple of rides as well. Not very solid, and the truck rolled over pretty easily with the stock suspension. So it helped damage everything pretty fast. So decided to restore and modify the truck with parts that I accumulated over the years. Mostly stuff that I got from buying a lot of RCs, and I also bought a bunch of parts on eBay for the gearing and all that. So aesthetic wise, so the Tamiya fans will notice that there's a Blitzer Beetle body on it. So I had that from an exchange or something. We have a 1/8 scale buggy wing that was installed in the back that I find looks pretty neat. Doesn't help much for anything, but it looks nice. And I've got aluminum plates to hold the body on. Let's take this off here and show you guys. So in the rear for the wing, we've got plates that were bolted on in the original holes of the body, and in the front as well we've got block-off plates for the suspension arm pivot shafts. So that's about it aesthetic wise, and the body post in the front as well here for the single mount of the Blitzer body. So the aluminum, it's all parts that I had again from purchases that I cut and bent and whatnot. Mechanics wise, what do we have here? We've got the Speedworks Monster Mash modified motor. So this dates back from '89 as well. It's a 16-turn motor, 36,000 RPM with a 7.2 volt battery, and the stock motor on this was a Le Mans 05 motor. It's basically a stock 540 can, and it was a 30-turn, 18,000 RPM. So double the RPM with this motor, double the speed, double the accidents, and double the repairs, but well worth it. This was also a motor that was good for the Double Dare, the Cloudbuster. It was the hot monster motor back in the day. In the gearbox, we've got Thorpe ball diff. We have Thorpe cups and dog bones. If I can just get this wheel off here to show you. There we go. So, and I've got also the aluminum Max Trax hubs, since the original ones were pretty flimsy and broke very easily as well. So a very solid setup for the gearing. Inside, just got a basic Dynamite Taser electronic speed controller. It's good for 15T, 15 turn motor. So that's all right. And what else do we have? Full ball bearings. And there goes the pin. And the shocks, these are first generation Emax shocks. So I changed the shocks on the original, on my Emax, so I had these left over. They work pretty well, but there was too much travel, so the suspension was too low, was too high up, and it created problems with handling. So I inserted about a 1 centimeter rubber tube inside the shock on the shaft to reduce the travel. So this is a lot more what was needed for this type of vehicle to keep it a little bit more stable with the modified motor. So how about for size wise, what does it look like? So if you compare to the original cars of the day, just get the body back on here. So it is really a monster truck if you compare there. I got my my super shot in the scene here. So it is quite a bit bigger tires and everything. So good size. It is 1/10. And if you do compare it though to the modern day vehicle, well then it is small. So if I put it beside an e-Revo, you'll notice that there's a good size difference there. There you go, we see them both. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, just give me a shout, and I'll be posting more videos of my cars in the coming weeks and coming months. Thanks for watching.